Hello everyone, I'm back with another Serge Lutens. This is going to be lorpheline. Now, if you remember, when I first smelled lorpheline, it's not that I did not like it, I just found it pretty common. However, not to say that my opinion has changed on it, I just got it because I found it quite cheap. Now, as I said before, nothing makes me happier now than buying Serge Lutens. For some reason, I'm obsessed with this fragrance house, and I think their fragrances are very, very well constructed, and I love their aesthetics. So I couldn't say no to a nice bottle of lorpheline. Now, when I smelled this, it was just musks over musks over musks, and nothing, not much more, right? And let's see if I detect something else. And sad to say, this might not happen today because you saw me opening a new bottle. So it's just going to be not necessarily first impressions, but you know, second impressions. So I don't know if I'm going to discover anything else from it, but I did give my sample a few wears, and it did grow on me a bit, and I found that it was the incense that kind of, you know, pushed me to like it, because I do like a good incense scent, and this is a good incense scent. Incense, in this case, means olibanum. Serge Lutens names are always beautiful, but very, very mysterious to me. I don't know what they're referring to half the time. This means orphan girl. And I don't know the reference. All the references are probably locked in very, very tight into Serge Lutens' mind. But if either of you know any insights on the history of lorpheline, which isn't an old scent, it's from 2014, do let me know. It's funny because this now smells of almost like a patchouli smell. It's leafy, it's green. How? See, I told you there's always a difference from smelling a decant and from smelling the full bottle. I don't know what to tell you, but this happens. So this comes across as very woody and moldy. It smells of mold and austerity and poverty. I get patchouli. I can't help but get patchouli. And of course, again, that musk. And that musk is almost like, it's a bit metallic. It's almost like the base of a chypre without anything else, together with that patchouli. So it's just like smelling, yeah. So I suppose what I'm smelling here is just, because it's right, they cite incense and musk, right? That's all they cite. Oh, and the limited edition bottle looks so nice. Lorpheline, an ethereal, solitary and intimate perfume from Serge Lutens, Collection Noire. Notes: black pepper, dry woods and incense. See, this is why you kind of have to check the official website. Fragrantica can be a bit misleading sometimes. Now, dry woods can mean ISO E super, but it can also mean patchouli. I don't get, there's a bit of powder, but I don't get the, you know, the spiciness of the pepper. But what I do get is, ultimately, I do get this musky olibanum at the end of the day. So I think it's kind of true what they described on Fragrantica. But see, that becomes, while I was perceiving this as being a very minimalistic scent, and it still is to a certain degree, I find a lot more complexity now when I'm looking on the three notes they cite on the official website. I'm just like that. I'm heavily influenced by what I read on the fragrance while I'm smelling it. Can't help it. Oh, it's not available. Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. But I can't imagine people are fawning over lorpheline. I don't think this is one of the most interesting Serge Lutens I've ever smelled. This will never change. I think it's in the same category as Dents de Lait to me, which is musky, slightly floral, There's many other Serge Lutens that I haven't smelled. I haven't smelled Poivre Noir. I don't think I'll ever get that. There's another one I haven't smelled, 5 o'clock au gingembre. I haven't smelled that. So, you know, sometimes Serge Lutens scents can be letdowns. That's a reality, and lorpheline definitely isn't, you know, something to fawn over. Let's see what they say. The mystique of frankincense. In lorpheline, the many shades of gray. That's it. This is a gray scent. Utterly gray. Austerity. Not necessarily poverty, but, you know, something very simple, unassuming. But there is something very stylish about this, right? Different shades of gray symbolize her break with the past and the stripping away of layers of the fine dust which veil her memories. Fragile but whole. Its name hints at a break, but before the Fisher show, its first two syllables conjure Orpheus, a poet who could charm even stones. A quote by Serge Lutens. Interesting. Minimalist, straight line, angular, and uncompromising. Again, that's right. It is angular. It's straight. Yeah. It's like a rectangle. As I'm smelling this, more and more dry patchouli comes out, so now I'm convinced there's patchouli in here. Each of these bottles with their refined style reflect the exacting nature and character of their creator. This was in reference to the bottles, but I was interpreting it as a reference to the smell, and I'm not wrong. It is ultimately a simple, austere, beautiful, I think it's quite a soothing smell. This is quite balanced. It's easy to like. It's easy to wear, definitely. It feels like an intimate scent. It feels, because Dans de lait is something I wear to bed now, and I love it. You need scents like this. Well, not me. I don't need any scent anymore because I've got loads. But sometimes you need a scent like this, which is simple and unassuming and minimalistic. It's still a Serge Lutens, so it's still, you know, fiercely stylish. I can't explain it. It's the style, the aesthetics of the house transcribed into smell. It's a bit smoky, and there's something mineral about this. The whole composition is quite mineral. It reminds me of matches being lit, you know, something ozonic about this. Slightly burnt, maybe still smoking a bit. Quite interesting. I'm glad I have this scent. As I said, nothing to write home about. It's definitely not one of my most favorite Serge Lutens. And at some point, after I'm done buying Serge Lutens, I will try to construct, you know, a sort of video containing multiple Serge Lutens, all the Serge Lutens that I have, and maybe show you some of my favorites. Maybe if I'm able to do that, I will. So that was it for Lorpheline by Serge Lutens. Definitely not one of my favorite, but something interesting to smell. And if you have any other questions about this, do let me know. And until next time, remember, fragrance creates memories, and may yours be happy.